My name is John Samara. I was married to Colleen for 36 years. Colleen was, the love of my life. Just the best companion ever. Colleen was diagnosed with a rare blood disorder that was untreatable and terminal, and 5 months later, she died of that disorder. Colleen's fear really was, would she be a burden? Not only were you not a burden, you gave me a great gift. Thank you.
As somebody's thinking about the end of their life, often they have many fears. They fear becoming a burden to those around them. They fear loss of control. They fear symptoms. In particular, there's a misconception that most people die in pain, whereas most pain is really quite easy to control, and most people do not die in pain.
So Colleen basically died without pain. It was under control. There was suffering, but it's different from pain. Her suffering was a natural suffering of letting go of reading, for example, letting go of personal hygiene. Those were sufferings for her.
There's always the grief of losing someone, the grief of leaving someone behind, and the loss of what somebody was able to do. As Christians, we know that God can use that time of life. And we need to talk about what we can do, what we can accomplish, as love that we can give, as prayers that we might be able to give. And ultimately, to be able to, as Christ did on the cross, say, "Into your hands, Father, I commit my spirit."
This is really for us about joining Jesus in his passion, in his death, and in his resurrection. That we get to join him in that. And he joins us in our passion. And we had a passion, and we had a death, and we had a resurrection.
If physician-assisted suicide or euthanasia were legalized, we would lose the value of the dying process in our society. And in effect, we're trying to jump over that difficult and vulnerable time.
I myself would encourage people to seek and find the sacredness in life rather than to try to cut it short. We don't expect the infant child to do a lot, just be. And when we end up in our situation, the end was very much like the beginning. And so you're of value simply because you are. In our case, we wanted to live it out as long as we could and as well as we could, and allow God to determine that time and not us, because we might make a mistake.
Some people get confused between physician-assisted suicide and euthanasia on one hand, and stopping medical treatment, active medical treatment on the other. And there really is a very big difference between the two. With both physician-assisted suicide and euthanasia, there is the decision to intentionally end a life at a particular time. With withholding of medical treatment or the decision to stop active treatment, we're allowing the disease to naturally take its course.
I think what this dying death process does is make you realize it's not easy, but it is beautiful, and it is necessary, and it's a gift. Ours was a love story from beginning to end. And love got us through. And we know the source of that love.